Alright, welcome back. Part 2 of the video, FMS Avanti 18th Anniversary Edition, converting to turbine using the Top Design conversion kit. This video is going to be for those that are using the Xicoy. Whether they're using the X45 or the X60, this is the video for you, for how we're going to make the mount. Now, there's probably a kit out there that they sell. RC Castle doesn't stock it. There might be a kit out there already for the X45. Like I said, RC Castle doesn't have it, so I bought what they had, which was for the K45. So I've had to make custom mounts and do a little engineering here to make the X45 work with what was given in the parts for the K45. It's not a big deal. It's pretty easy to do. Take you a little time, a little belt sanding action. Not a problem. So let me show you what we've done here. So originally, these are the mounts for the K45. And if you remember from video number 1, here were the pieces that went underneath to make the stack so that the K45 would sit on top here and bolt into these two holes. So in order to use the X45 or the X60, you're going to have to take these pieces here, and you can see I've sanded them down. Right? There used to be the little ears right here, the little holes, so I had to completely sand that down to make room for the X45, because the X45 has to mount from the bottom onto these plates. It'll all make more sense here in a little bit. Right? So you do that for the right side, same thing for the left. You have to sand that down. Be careful right here. You don't want to sand too far for these ears, because remember, these ears go into these curved pieces, right? Just like, well, let me grab one. Just like this, right? So don't sand that part down. That's why I left a little gap here, and there's a little curve area there. You want that to engage, all right? So just be careful. Don't sand too much here. Now, those are the original mounting holes, and so I had to offset them to make room for the X45 or the K45. And so what I ended up doing is I made my own little mounts right here. And what it does is, this would be for the right side. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is for the right side. And what I did was, if you look at the right side one that they supply, I basically copied it like that. You see, it's almost a mirror image, but you can see what I did. So if we took the original plates and we stuck them on, you can see how much I sanded on that to make this be the area where the X45 can bolt into. Like I said, once I get it all assembled, it'll make more sense there. But so I basically took the stock one that they had, and I made another piece like it. So I copied both of them. All right. Now these are the original mounting holes here and here, and these are the offset holes I used, so I had room for the tang on the turbine to go in. It'll make more sense here once I put it all together. All right. So not a very hard part to make. Just copy the original design. Just stick it on there. Get some wood, stick it on there. You can see I just made an identical copy, but enlarged this area here and didn't put any holes in it. The only reason that hole is there, you'll see, just for temp mounting the turbine, so it makes sense how it looks. All right. So really simple. Just copy it. Just drill your holes, mark your holes, drill them, everything will come out nice. Alright. So this is the left side, this is the right side. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we'll assemble right now the right side of what I did. Alright, so got my right piece. Got my sanded down pieces. Right? they're going to go underneath, right? So the stack's going to go down. And if we look, right, those are my offset holes right here. Those are the original holes. Now, for the X60, it's going to be a little bit wider, so you're going to be sanding a lot more of this right in through here. So that's why I had to make the offset holes, because I plan on using an X60 probably in this. Until when it arrives, I'll be using it. But right now, all I got is the X45. All right, so now if we assemble this, okay, there's the offset holes again. All right. Okay, there's one hole. Let me get this together. Oh, put it in the wrong hole. Oh, put it in the original. Let me get in my offset hole. There we go, that's better. Okay, top. There we go. Bottom. Alright, so now you can see what it looks like. It's going to be sitting right there. Right? So the stack goes on the bottom. Right? This little lip here is where the turbine is going to mount, where the flange on the turbine is going to sit. So the turbine is going to mount underneath of this. Okay? Oh, now in order to do this too, you need to carve out a little bit of foam in this area so that when this goes in, it sits nice and flush. Right? Don't take too much. Just take your time. Carve out only what you need to do until that is flush. Okay? This little area right here. So basically, if you're coming down this flat area, it'll start making a radius bend. Just as it starts to make the radius bend is where you want to make your cut down. And then you want to come in. It's about 3 millimeters when it's all said and done. So that this will not sit nice in here. You don't want it sitting like this. Right? So with it cut out, it's going to come in and sit flush like that. Alright. It'll all make sense here in a second. Let me do the other side. Okay, so same thing. Left side. All I did was take the original and made a new piece of it. Just copied it right on. You see? And once again, I just left this longer so that we had an ear place to mount the turbine on. Okay. Same thing with these pieces. So this is the stack that's going to go underneath so that we have the tangs here to engage these pieces here. Right? So this will all go together. Remember, that sits against the wall, gets glued in the wall. This is adding support. Alright, once it gets glued in. So, once again, as you're sanding this, if you're sanding this down, don't go too far. Don't sand into this. That goes into that recess hole in here. Alright? So I stopped and just made a little radius bend, and then of course I had to sand all the way down to make room for the ears to fit. And it'll make sense here in a second. Let me assemble this one. Alright. And once again, I have the original holes. I have the original holes, and then there's my offset holes, because, like I said, I'm probably going to end up using an X60, so I'm going to be taking a lot more material, sanding back this more to make room for that X60. So that's why the offset holes are needed. Alright, so you can see it. So the flange is going to mount right there. Okay, left side. Once again, hog out this little area right in through here so that when this goes in, it sits nice and flush like that. So you don't want it sticking out like that, or you won't be able to get your screw holes in line, but you don't want to put stress on it either. So just make that, go slow, take it, get it really nice and flush in there, okay?